Hello and welcome to my channel. So today's topic is introduction of accounting. Before starting it, let me tell you who does the accounting. Accounting कौन करता है? So basically accounting is generally done by the accountant. Accountant क्या क्या role करता है? What are the roles of accountant? So daily entries, vouchers, bills, ledgers, GST entries, TDS, basic accountants. These all things are being handled by accountant. Now, what does chartered accountant do? Because he also handles an account, but he handles final account, audits, taxation, like Income Tax Act, GST Act, compliances, and some financial plannings he does. Now, what is the role of accounting? What is the role of an account assistant or an account executive? So they do the data entry, or we can say they do the billing and invoices. They also do the bank reconciliation. Now in all these chapters, this being entries and everything is been done, but it is done for whom? It is done for the business owner. Now what does a business owner do? So the business owner checks the report that whatever transactions are being done are legally entered or not. Means all the expenses are written, has to be assigned by the owner or the manager of the company. Now next, what is the role of a cost accountant? Now here the cost accountant main role is of doing budgeting, preparing the cost sheet, preparing the pricing and a cost control management he will do. Now in simple word, अकाउंटिंग वही है जो पैसे का रिकॉर्ड करते हैं एंड कैलकुलेट करे. सो उसको हम अकाउंटेंट बोलते हैं. नाउ व्हाई इट इज रिक्वायर्ड? नाउ जनरली अकाउंटेंट्स आर of various types. हमने देखा कि accountants are doing much more things, but in this scenario, if you have seen that accountant has also ये क्या कहा गया है reassessed. Now what's the meaning of reassessed? Reassessed यानी कि उन्होंने अपने ड्यूटीज को और भी चेंज किया है. Many more things are being involved in their duties because they stay in a society. Society के अंदर भी accounting होती है. So now they are having a vast concept of accounting. पहले it was very narrow concept. Only business entities were doing accounting, but now after a huge assessment and huge government controls, now everyone has started recording their books of transaction. Now accountants are nowadays they are capable of working in a exciting new growth, such as I will tell you where it is, such as forensic accounting, solving crimes such as computer hacking and a theft or a large amount of money of the interest. Now, as you see that nowadays, e-commerce, designing web-based payment system, financial planning, environmental accounting. Now, this all are related with our regular transactions that we do. Online payment अब हम रोज करते हैं. We are doing UPI payments. We are doing scanning and doing payment. Nowadays, the shopping app also have the payment what we say gateways. So this is nowadays this accountants have refurbished. We can say this is a new birth for the accountant who has expanded their role in this situation. So I hope you understood the meaning of accounting. Now means introduction of accounting. Now we are going towards meaning of accounting. What's the meaning of accounting? So here accounting is not only a recording of transaction, but it is the process, communication, decision making and economic events. And again the accounting process goes on. So accounting links decision makers with the economic activities and with the results and their decisions. Means अगर हमने accounting process को follow किया है, if we are following the accounting process, the owner is giving the correct and right information to the accountant. The information has been transferred to the accountant. So it is now accountant's duty to manage the books of accounts, internal books of accounts and external books of accounts. After maintaining this, they will plan economically कि हमें कौन सा expense कम करना है या कौन सा expense बढ़ाना है. Like how to maximize the advertising expenses, or if are we paying over salary, are we paying under salary. So all these decisions will be done after the internal and external accounting. So in this economic event, उसके बाद में finalize होने के बाद में again for the new year, the new accounting process starts. So now the third one is economic event. It is one of the most important scenario in the business. Why? Because in this event, company is doing something new. Either they are expanding their franchises, either they are installing the new machineries, or they have done something good for the company. So on that time we call it as economic event. या तो उसने जो growth किया है, the growth is measurable growth. उसने यहाँ पे जो उसका ग्रोथ चल रहा था, जो यहाँ पे उसका ग्रोथ चल रहा था, इकोनॉमिक इवेंट मीन्स डूइंग समथिंग लाइक दिस. सो दिस scenario, the increasing scenario is called as economic event. Okay, so now let's read what economic event is. So business organization involves economic events. An economic event is known as happening of consequences of business organization which consists of transactions and which are measurable in a monetary term. For example, purchase of machinery, installing and keeping it ready for manufacturing is an event which comprises number of financial transactions such as buying a machine, transportation of machine, site preparation, or any kind of installation that is going to give the improvement to the business. Thus, the accounting identifies the transactions between the outsiders and the organizations. These are also known as the external event. This is very important part that you should understand. What is the economic event? जो external part को control करता है. तुम्हारे business में कोई ऐसा economic growth अचानक से आया है जिसमें you are very happy to announce that. That is called as an economic event. Now the following are the example of such transaction. First is sale of mercantiles to the customers. Second is rendering service to the customers by sort of ABC Limited Company Bank. Third is purchase of material from supplier. Next is payment of monthly rent to the landlord. Again, it's like one type of satisfaction that you do the payment for your landlord, like you pay the outstanding bills. It is an economic event for you. So an internal event is an economic event that occurs entirely between the internal wings of an enterprise's. Example, supply of raw material or the component by the store department to manufacturing department, payment of wages to employees. These are my internal expenses. Now easily if you bifurcate this, external क्या होता है? External are those जो बाहर के expenses है, which are not being judged or forecast नहीं कर सकते. I know that expense are going to come, but those are not forecasted expenses. Suddenly मैंने machinery buy कर लिया, car purchase कर लिया, computers purchase कर लिया. Those are my external um, events. Internal events, like I already know that these are my pre-planned. I have to pay for those. So payment of bills, payment of rent, then payment of salary to the employees. This all will be called as my internal events. Now, the most important part is identification, measurement, recording, and communication. Now, these are the four parts for accounting, in which, first of all, you have to identify that what kind of business it is. You need to find out the business transactions and the other economic events. So, therefore, you can evaluate it and decide that whether what type of books has to be recorded, और वी कैन से दैट व्हाट द चेंजेस इन अ मैनेजरिकल और अ पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स. अगर किसी इंसान को हमको ग्रोथ देना है या पॉलिटिकली कुछ हो रहा है कंपनी के अंदर, सो यू नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई एज द ओनर ऑफ द कंपनी. Next is measurement. It means a qualification of a business transaction from financial terms by using the monetary terms, means how the monetary you are growing, like last year what was your monetary thing and this year how it has been, like just चेकिंग कि पहले मेरा ग्रोथ कितना हुआ था और इस साल में कितना ग्रोथ हुआ, with a new managing director, with the old managing director, with the new rules, with the old rules. This comparison is called as a measurement. Next is recording. Once the economic event are identified and measured in the financial term, these are to be recorded in the books of accounts, and it is very necessary and it's very crucial to make your financial information summarized and well established. And it is actually a very good practice to show each and every data to your customers, to your shareholders, to have a clear transparency with them. Next is communication. अब भाई कम्युनिकेशन इतना इम्पोर्टेंट होता है हर एक फील्ड में, हर एक चीज में, इधर दैट्स इकोनॉमिक, मॉनिटरी, कोई मीटिंग चल रही है, इट्स अबाउट योर पास्ट बिजनेस, प्रीवियस बिजनेस या फ्यूचर बिजनेस, वॉट एवर प्लान्स यू हैव इन योर माइंड, दैट पर्सन इफ व्हेन दे आर डीलिंग विद अदर पर्सन, द कम्युनिकेशन हैज टू बी देयर, राइट? So because of the communication, miscommunications कम होते हैं. So that's why we all the time prefer to be a good communicator. अच्छा communicate करो तो अच्छे से समझ में आती है चीजें. The accounting information system should be designed in a right way, or we can say in a right time. Reports can be used डेली. अब ये जो कम्युनिकेशन है तुमको जो ओनर को देना है, तो अब ये तुम कैसे कैसे दोगे, तो यू कैन कम्युनिकेट इट ऑन डेली बेसिस, weekly basis, monthly or quarterly, depending upon the needs of the user, how your user wants it. An important element in the communication process is the accountant's ability and efficiency in presenting the relevant information. So I hope you liked the video, you understood it. If any doubts, do let me know. I will solve your doubt, and stay tuned. Kindly share the channel and subscribe to the channel.